The village of Ilujinle lay bathed in the golden glow of the setting sun, its thatched roofs and winding paths bustling with life. It was a place where tradition and modernity clashed and coexisted, where the past and the present were locked in an eternal dance. At the heart of this vibrant village stood the schoolhouse, a symbol of progress and education, presided over by the earnest and zealous teacher Lakunle. Lakunle was a young man with a vision, tall and thin. He wore his Western clothes with an air of defiance against the traditional garb of his elders. His eyes shone with the fire of his conviction, and his words were a constant stream of argument for progress and change. He believed that the future of Ilujinle lay in education, in abandoning the old ways for the new. But his zeal was not without resistance. The villagers stepped in, their customs and traditions viewed Lakunle's ideas with a mixture of amusement and suspicion. They respected him for his knowledge, but found his disdain for their ways troubling. Among the villagers was Sidi, a young woman of unparalleled beauty, the jewel of Ilujinle. Sidi's beauty was the talk of the village. Her skin glowed like the finest mahogany, and her smile could light up the darkest night. She moved with the grace of a gazelle, her laughter a melodious symphony that filled the air with joy. Sidi knew her worth and reveled in the admiration she received. She was not just a pretty face, she was clever and quick witted, fully aware of the power her beauty held. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the village, Sidi made her way to the schoolhouse. She had come to fetch water from the well, a task she often undertook with a sense of purpose, knowing it gave her an opportunity to encounter Lakunle. Lakunle, she called, her voice ringing out like a bell. Why do you waste your time in this dusty schoolhouse when you could be outside enjoying the beauty of the evening? Lakunle looked up from his books, a frown creasing his brow. Didi, you know I have work to do. Education is the key to our future. We must learn and grow, not remain stagnant in the past. Sidi laughed, a sound like tinkling bells. You are your big words. Lakunle, sometimes I think you love your books more than anything else. Lakunle's expression softened. I love this village, Sidi, and I love you too, more than you can imagine. But I want you to see the world beyond Ilujinle, to understand that there is more to life than fetching water and dancing at festival. Sidi's eyes sparkled with mischief. Ah, Lakunle, you and your dreams. But what would you have me do? Dress in those funny clothes you wear and speak like a foreigner? Lakunle sighed, knowing that convincing Sidi of his vision would not be easy. It's not about the clothes or the language, Sidi. It's about progress, about embracing change for the betterment of all. Sidi shook her head, her laughter fading into a gentle smile. Maybe one day, Lakunle, but for now, I am content with my life as it is. As Sidi turned to leave, Lakunle watched her go, a mixture of admiration and frustration in his heart. He knew that changing the minds of the villagers would be a long and arduous journey, but he was determined to persevere. In the morning, sun rose high over Ilujinle, casting its warm glow over the village. The marketplace was alive with activities as traders peddled their wares and villagers haggled over prices. Amid the bustling crowd, Sidi moved with grace and purpose, her radiant beauty drawing the eyes of all who saw her. As she navigated the throng, a murmur of excitement rippled through the marketplace. A stranger has arrived in Ilujinle, a photographer from the city. He was a man of medium build, with a keen eyes and a camera slung around his neck. The villagers, curious and intrigued, gathered around him as he set up his equipment. Sidi, over-curious, made her way to the center of the commotion. The photographer, noticing her arrival, smiled warmly and introduced himself. "Good day, fair lady. I am Okeke, a photographer from Lagos. I have come to capture the beauty and spirit of your village." Sidi's eyes sparkled with interest. "And what do you see in our village that is worth capturing?" Okeke's smile widened. "Everything, my dear. The people, the tradition, the landscapes, but most of all, you. Your beauty is unparalleled, and it would be an honor to photograph you." Sidi cheeks flushed with a mixture of pride and shyness. "Me? Why would you want to photograph me?" "Because you are a jewel of Ilujinle," Okeke replied, his voice sincere. "Your beauty deserves to be seen and admired by the world." The villagers murmured in agreement, their pride in Sidi evident. She hesitated for a moment, then nodded. "Very well, Okeke, you may take my pictures." As Okeke prepared his camera, Sidi struck a pose. Her pose and confidence shining through. The photographer captured her image with precision and artistry, each click of the shutter preserving her beauty for posterity. The following day, the villagers gathered at the marketplace once more, eager to see the result of Okeke's work. When the photographs were unveiled, a collective gasp of "awe" filled the air. Sidi's image was breathtaking, her beauty captured in a way that seemed almost magical. Wow. The photographs quickly spread beyond Ilujinle, drawing attention from neighboring villages and even the city. Sidi became a local celebrity, her name on everyone's lips. The attention was intoxicating, and she reveled in the admiration she received. But not everyone was pleased with the newfound fame. Lakunle watched from a distance, his heart heavy with a mixture of jealousy and concern. He worried that the attention would change Sidi, that it would make her forget the simple joys of village life. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Lakunle approached Sidi by the well. Sidi, you must be careful. Fame can be a double-edged sword. It can bring you admiration, but it can also bring envy and trouble. Sidi looked at him, her eyes filled with defiance. Lakunle, you worry too much. I am still the same Sidi. Nothing has changed. Lakunle sighed, knowing that his words would not easily sway her. Just promise me that you will remember who you are, that you will not let the attention change you. Sidi nodded, a hint of irritation in her voice. I promise, Lakunle, but you must also understand that I am proud of who I am, and I will not hide my beauty for anyone. As Sidi walked away, Lakunle watched her go, his heart heavy with worry. He knew that path ahead would be fraught with challenge. But he was determined to protect the woman he loved, even if it meant standing against the tide of change. The fame brought by the photograph of Sidi did not go unnoticed by the elders of Ilujinle, nor by the powerful and influential chief Baroka. Known by the Lion of Ilujinle, Baroka was a man of great authority and cunning, respected and feared by all. He had ruled the village for many years, balancing tradition and progress with a shrewdness that kept him in power. Baroka was a man of contradictions. Though he embraced some aspects of modernity, he was deeply rooted in the customs and traditions that had shaped Ilujinle for generations. He believed in the power of the old ways and saw himself as their guardian. However, he was not immune to the charms of the new, especially when it came in the form of the beautiful Sidi. One afternoon, as the village buzzed with the excitement of Sidi's photograph, Baroka summoned his eldest wife, Sadiku, to his side. Sadiku was a woman of wisdom and experience, the chief's trusted confidant and emissary. Sadiku, Baroka began, his voice a low rumble. I have heard much about the beauty of Sidi. She has captured the hearts of many, and now I wish to make her mine. Sadiku nodded, understanding the weight of the chief's word. I will speak to her, my lord, and see if she will accept your proposal. Baroka smiled, a cunning glint in his eyes. Remember, Sadiku, that Sidi is young and headstrong. Use your wisdom to guide her to the right decision. With a nod of agreement, Sadiku set off to find Sidi. She found her by the river, washing clothes with a group of young women. As Sadiku approached, the others fell silent, their eyes widening with curiosity and respect. Sidi, Sadiku called, her voice gentle yet authoritative. I must speak with you. It is a matter of great importance. Sidi looked up, curiosity and a hint of apprehension in her eyes. She excused herself from her companion and followed Sadiku to a secluded spot by the river bank. There they sat on a soot rock, The sound of the flowing water provided a soothing backdrop to their conversation. Sidi, Sadiku began, her tone warm and maternal. Our great chief Baroka has taken notice of your beauty. He wishes to make you one of his wives. Sidi's eyes widened in surprise and a mix of emotion. She felt a thrill of pride at being noticed by such a powerful man, but also a pang of uncertainty. But why me, Sadiku? He already has many wives. True, Sadiku acknowledged, but you are special, Sidi. Your beauty and spirit have captured his heart. It is a great honor to be chosen by the Lion of Ilujinle. Sidi's mind raced. She thought of Lakunle and his dreams of progress and change. He had proposed to her many times, but always with the condition that she abandon her traditional ways and accept his modern ideas. Baroka, on the other hand, represented the old ways, the tradition she had grown with. I need time to think, Sadiku, Sidi said finally. This is a big decision. Sadiku nodded, understanding. Take your time, Sidi, but remember, such an opportunity may not come again. With that, Sadiku left Sidi by the river, her mind swelling with thoughts and emotions. She knew that whatever decision she made would shape her future and the future of Ilujinle. A word of Baroka's proposal spread through the village. Lakunle's heart sank. He knew that Sidi was torn between her feelings for him and the allure of becoming the chief's wife. He could see the excitement in her eyes, the pride she felt at being chosen by such a powerful man. One evening, as the village gathered for a moonlight dance, Lakunle found Sidi sitting alone by the fire. Lost in thought, he approached her, his heart heavy with worry. Sidi, he said softly, sitting beside her, I heard about Baroka's proposal. Please, don't let his power and influence sway you. We can build a future together, one of progress and enlightenment. Sidi looked at him, her eyes filled with a mixture of affection and frustration. Lakunle, you know I care for you, but Baroka's proposal is a great honor. He is the chief, and marrying him would bring respect and security. But at what cost, Sidi? Lakunle pressed, his voice urgent. You would be just another wife, a possession. With me, you can be free, an equal partner in a new and better world. Sidi sighed, her mind turned between love and duty. I need more time, Lakunle. This is not an easy decision. Lakunle nodded, understanding her struggle but feeling the weight of impending loss. I will wait for you, Sidi, no matter what you decide. Just know that my love for you will never waver. As Lakunle walked away, Sidi felt a pang of sorrow. She knew that whatever choice she made, someone she cared about would be hurt. Baroka, ever the cunning strategist, had anticipated Sidi's hesitation. He knew that to win her over, he would need to use more than just his position and power. He devised a plan, one that would showcase his wisdom and charm. He called Sadiku to his side once more. Sadiku, tell Sidi that I am no longer the man I once was. Tell her that I am old and impotent, that I seek her not as a lover, but as a companion in my twilight years. Sadiku was puzzled by Baroka's instructions but did as she was told. She went to Sidi and relayed the chief's message, adding her own touch of sympathy and encouragement. Sidi, she said, Baroka is not the man he once was. He seeks you not for your beauty alone, but for your companionship and strength. He needs someone by his side in his old age, someone to share his wisdom with. Sidi listened, her heart softening. She had always admired Baroka's strength and leadership, and the thought of him needing her touched her deeply. She decided to visit Baroka and see for herself if his words were true. The following day, Sidi made her way to Baroka's palace. She was greeted by the chief's other wives, who welcomed her with open arms. They led her to Baroka's private chambers, where he waited her arrival. Baroka sat on a richly adorned couch, his expression one of calm and confidence. He rose to greet Sidi, his movement slow and deliberate, as if weighed down by age and wisdom. Sidi, he said warmly, thank you for coming. I have much to share with you. Sidi sat beside him, her eyes searching his face for signs of truth. Is it true, Baroka? Are you no longer the man you once were? Baroka sighed, a theoretical touch of melancholy in his voice. It's true, Sidi. Age has taken its toll on me, but I still have much to offer. Wisdom, experience, and a heart that seeks a true companion. Sidi listened, her heart moved by his words. She felt a growing sense of responsibility, a desire to help and support the chief in his later years. But deep down, she also sensed that there was more to Baroka than met in their eyes. As they talked, Baroka subtly shifted the conversation to the future of Ilujinle. He spoke of the balance between tradition and progress, of the need of embrace change while honoring the past. His words resonated with Sidi. She saw his words resonated with Sidi, who saw in him a vision of unity and strength. By the end of their conversation, Sidi felt a deep respect and admiration for Baroka. She realized that marrying him would not only honor her heritage, but also allow her to play a vital role in the future of Ilujinle. As Sidi prepared to leave, Baroka made a surprising revelation. Sidi, there is something I must confess. My words about being old and impotent were not entirely true. I needed to see if your heart was true, if you could see beyond the surface. Sidi was taken aback, a mix of emotion swelling within her. You deceived me. Baroka nodded, his expression earnest. Yes, but only to test your character. And you have proven yourself to be a wise and compassionate person. You see, Sidi, I am still the man I always was. But now I know that you are the woman who can stand by my side. Sidi felt a wave of relief and pride. She realized that Baroka's test had revealed not only his cunning but also his deep respect for her. She smiled, her decisions clear. I accept your proposal, Baroka. I will be your wife, and together we will lead Ilujinle into a bright future. Baroka's face lit up with a smile of triumph and joy. Welcome, my jewel. Together we shall shine brightly and guide our people with wisdom and strength. The news of Sidi's decision spread through Ilujinle like wildfire. The village erupted in celebration. Preparation for the wedding began immediately. The ceremony was to be a grand affair, a union of tradition and modernity, symbolizing the balance that Baroka and Sidi represented. Lakunle, though heartbroken, accepted Sidi's decision with grace. He understood that her choice was made with wisdom and love for their village. He continued his work at the schoolhouse, determined to contribute to Ilujinle's future in his own way. On the day of the wedding, the entire village gathered to witness the union of lion and the jewel. Sidi was adorned in the finest traditional attire, her beauty radiating like the sun. Baroka, resplendent in his chief's robe, stood proudly by her side. The ceremony was a vibrant display of culture and heritage, filled with music, dance, and joyous celebration. As Sidi and Baroka exchanged vows, the villagers cheered, their hearts filled with hope and pride. As Sidi and Baroka settled into their new life together, they walked hand in hand to guide Ilujinle into a prosperous future. Baroka's wisdom and experience, combined with Sidi's youthful energy and vision, created a powerful synergy that benefited the entire village. They embraced both tradition and progress, implementing changes that improved the lives of their people while honoring the customs that had shaped their identity. Under their leadership, Ilujinle flourished, becoming a beacon of harmony and strength. Lakunle continued to teach, his passion for education unwavering. He and Sidi remained friends, united in their love for Ilujinle and their desire to see it thrive. Though their paths had diverged, they both contributed to the village's growth in their own unique ways. As the years passed, Sidi's beauty remained undermined and her influence grew. She became a respected leader, a symbol of the balance between old and new. Baroka, ever the lion, continued to rule with wisdom and strength, his bond with Sidi deepening with each passing day. Together they faced challenges and celebrated victories. Their partnership, a testament to the powerful Together they faced challenges and celebrated victories. Their partnership, a testament to the power of unity and respect. The story of the lion and the jewel became a legend in Ilujinle, a tale of love, wisdom, and the enduring strength of tradition and progress. And so, the village of Ilujinle thrived, its people united by the leadership of Sidi and Baroka, the lion and the jewel. whose legacy would shine brightly for generations to come.